So today we're going to cover a few things. We're going to see a quick demo of ideally what you want your workflow to look like. And then in around session number 3, we'll jump into how to actually build that out. But we'll give you a short demo. We'll talk about setting up the portal. Literally, how do you, import clients? Like, how do you set that up? How do you format that file? You might have already imported some clients, but it might have been wonky information. So we want to make sure that we clear some of that information up with you. And then the next session, which will be tomorrow, we'll actually do the import and then start following up on hands-on stuff that we can do together to get started on manipulating templates and getting you in the right direction, right? All right, so let's go ahead and get started with our demo. But before that, I do want to talk about a little bit of real use cases, right? Because TaxDome, if a lot of you purchased it, there's a lot of really neat features. But let's take a look at what great really looks like for some of our past clients. So for example, Lisa Sheldon from Blue Ridge came to us with her team. They were juggling about 12 different softwares. The softwares were one for signature requests. It was another one for proposals, another one for document storage, so on and so forth. It was scattered, it was time consuming and inefficient, right? So after switching to TaxDome, they replaced about 12 apps and consolidated everything into one platform, which is TaxDome. So the result is about saving, I don't know, 40 plus hours it was about in getting work done and automating a lot of the tasks that are repetitive, and managing all that from one dashboard really makes a difference. So that's the power of centralization, which TaxDome absolutely solves. And your potential, becomes um, your portal, I'm sorry, becomes your mission control in a way. So one login, one system, and everything is in one place. So there's another case, right, Katie, if you want to share about Sieber and Associates about how
Yep.
they utilize TaxDome.
Yeah. So with Sieber and Associates, they focused on the automation. They set up client reminders and smart organizer workflows. And what happened? Their clients started responding 2 to 3 weeks earlier. It's not just a convenience; it's a real ROI. For faster responses mean faster turnaround times, and that opens up more room for revenue generated work. Here's the best part. During this boot camp, you'll build these exact workflows, including the trigger that helps Cyber get these faster replies. So if you ever felt like your current systems are holding you back, you're in the right place. Let us show you how to run your firm like the pros do, with less effort and more impact.
All right. So one of the first things that's going to happen is you will be creating workflows. That's really the time saver of TaxDome. So let's see how this magic happens. Now, the demo that I'm about to show um, is it looks like it's going to be advanced, but don't worry. This is not something that you need to absolutely know yet. It's just a quick demo for you to see the functionality of TaxDome. Like, why are all these features in TaxDome such a big fuss, right? Really, the automations that we have in here are what's going to make things go a lot faster for you. So as far as creating a job, we're going to have pipelines, and I'll show you how to get pipelines. We do have a template section, okay? In the template section here, we have a marketplace. So we do have a couple of free templates that you can use. You can absolutely use this template from webinar, it says, and it's absolutely free if you want to test things out. But let's take a look at how it looks like to create a job. There's many ways to create a job. You can click on new right up here and click on job. Okay, you can actually go to your client list check mark one of your clients and then add job. So everything goes kind of to the same thing, right? So right now, I actually want to, I'm just going to do it from here. I'm going to look for Katie. She is my live client. And this form that you see here are items that automatically fill out when you use a template. These are templates. Um, I highly suggest you look up job templates so you can get details on how to generate that. What it is, it simply fills in this form on your behalf so that you don't have to repeatedly fill this out over and over again. Okay. It just talks about simply how to, how long do you want this to be doing? Is it in 7 days, in 20 days? Do you want some extra notes on here? Do you want a client facing status? I'm not going to focus on that right now. I just want to show you the demo first. So I'm going to add a job because I am doing a tax return for Katie. So I said I want to add her to this specific pipeline. It's going to ask me, hey, do you want these actions to happen? Because I programmed them that way. And I do. I want to move that job to my pipeline. The first thing you'll see is this window on the right hand side here. You'll see what is pending. I automatically sent an engagement letter. So let's take a look how it looks on the client side. Go ahead, Katie, and log into your portal. So now that I created a job, on Katie's end, notice that she has a pending engagement letter. Go ahead and sign that, Katie, so we can see how that's going to look like. All right, so notice this workflow. We're on stage number 1, right? So Katie's about to sign this, and that is the trigger to move to the next stage. So if I actually reload, we're automatically moved to the second stage. I didn't have to do anything as a firm. I simply am waiting for the client, right? So notice that there is a client facing status. It says almost starting up at the top, right? Those are statuses that can be changed. And we'll go through how to change that later on. And these, again, at the bottom are called client facing status. That's the only thing your client can see. The name of the job, which you can see it says 2024 tax return for Katie, and the client facing status. So my point here about this demo is just for you to see, oh, there it is, just for you to see how this looks like. So I'll look up Katie and I'll look at the workflow and I see here she's on the second stage. If you look at this line 8 MOLP, it tells us what actions have taken place. Right now, she should have an organizer to fill out. Now, the organizer she's filling out is really basic. Obviously, your client will be filling out a longer, lengthier organizer that provides all the information that you need to be able to process their tax return, or if they require payrolling, bookkeeping information to be filled out, this is the way to do it. All right, perfect. So as you saw, Katie just filled out that organizer. It was a simple address organizer, right? So if I reload the pipeline, should automatically be on stage number 3. So notice, as a firm, I didn't really do anything. It was the client that actually did everything. And then from stage 1 to stage 3, these are the sections where the client will be doing what they need to do. And then moving forward, there will be tasks assigned to my team, right? So the first task here assigned is to prepare a tax return, and then we'll go on from there. Like, for example, if I want to assign this to me and I finish this, I hit save and exit, then this will move to the next stage, the corresponding stage, which is manager review. We'll talk about later these stages here, why they were skipped. They have conditions. Conditions are really neat to work with, but we'll talk about them a little bit later on. So I'll go ahead and stop this demo. The purpose of this just to show you what you're going to be capable of. You know, don't worry if this looks too advanced for you. We're going to get there. I just wanted to show you the functionality of TaxDome, exactly how it looks like on the client's end and exactly how it looks like on the firm's end. Really simple to manage. All right, so